There we go. All right. I'm actually having a lot of fun playing this. Especially because I played the previous one. I think playing the previous one actually made me enjoy this game more. In that I can see the differences between it. So when's your next wedding? Where am I going? I forget what I'm supposed to do here. Alright. These guys don't have anything new or anything, do they? They do have new stuff here. Interesting. Okay. Good sign. Okay, what about this next guy? Did I get all of them already? Nice. Okay, it's all of them, right? These two are really similar. That's kind of bait. I had an absolute yesterday because I had like a pretty long afternoon session, so I only had like the one meal before dinner. What is this little cutie doing here? I had such an absolutely titanic dinner last night. A large bowl of root vegetable soup, like a bunch of duck fat potato wedge fries, and 4 lamb chops. What a wonderful moment I was. I was so full. I woke up in the middle of the night like, ugh, it's too much food. Better than the alternative. There's some people apparently who like have very active lifestyles and then really just only eat 1 meal a day. And they love it because they love it because you can eat you can really basically eat whatever you want to some degree if you minimize your eating window. Survivors of the Amazon army, that's great. Okay, so what am I doing now? I hope they won't be coming back for a while. Yeah, fair. Like there's like a UFC fighter who's like a young Italian guy. And he's like making his own pizza and pasta and everything over every night. Okay. New weapons, it's good too, I guess. Actually, it is really good because I just made a huge bank of money. So I might as well have a chance to use it. Okay, good. Hope the cat gets some Blue Jays so you can go look at today. I like that this is like, it's been really interesting to look at all like the new TFT and League stuff. The new TFT set just started today. I played a couple games this morning. Yay. Why is this bird following me around everywhere? There's gotta be some sort of hint for the next thing to do. Oh, nice. The Raiders. That's why there's no items here, because of these guys. Okay, got it. That kid's help. Oh, that's the kid who was in bed here, who was bedridden. I love it. So next, okay, so let me think about this. So, we got that windstone. The guy over there said it looks like there's a ship to Bizel now, so I assume that's probably what I should do. Let's find out. Okay. This is the ghost ship, isn't it? This guy's baiting me. This guy's baiting me into the free ride. I worry about my favorite plant over there. The one you can kind of see in the display. This room does not heat it. So I hope it's going to do as well this year as the other one does. As the other ones do. The other one's in the other room. We'll see. I have faith that it's going to go through. It's a Schafflea, I think. Schafflea. Or it's got variegated leaves. Looks like this, kind of. It's a very, very tall, long plant. It's been doing pretty well. Just some of the leaves look a little weaker. Otherwise, it's been pretty healthy the whole time. I bought 3 or 4 plants when I first got here. And now, like, a lot of the plants that I had in my, like, plant boxes outside, I brought inside. To see if things like the geraniums can survive. Hey, Mika. What's going on, pal? How you been? No. I mean, I can try feeding it some meat. See what it thinks. I think I'll probably just attract some insects if I do that. I've been seeing some tiny little flies in my house. And I couldn't figure out why until I went... All my herbs that I took in from the herb pot. I brought in the rosemary and the thyme and the sage. And then when I go to water that, I kind of feel like I see these tiny little flies around it. Yeah, the light helps. Hopefully it's not too close to the window and it's going to like make it too cold. Otherwise, I got a lot of plants here and I'm going to get some more in the spring. It's not like my permanent house, so I'm not going to put too much time into it, but I want my plants to do well. Ooh, scary. What was that? Eggshells mixed with vinegar, the reaction creates calcium powder, supports under plants from time to time. That makes sense. I heard a lot of things about eggshells and like the necessity of calcium for your plants. I didn't know the thing about vinegar. I guess the acid gets like neutralized by the reaction, right? I love that. Okay, am I getting some fighting going on here or what? This is another very FF6 moment. I don't like this. Wait a minute. I sense the presence of a spirit here, but it's very weak. You mean there's a spirit on this ship? I don't know. We'll have to go and find out. Hey, something's here. Look out. You dudes later. I'm out of here. Ooh. I'm poisoned. That's a lot of XP. 20 per? We're doing great. Okay, so which is on each of these floors? Oh. The staircase is up in both directions. This is a lot of dudes. They still didn't show a victory. Oh, he's over there. Okay, got it. Okay, so there's 2 different staircases up, but nothing else that I can really see. Who else wants some? Good vibe music. This poison's really hit me with it. Okay. Check all these rooms. Rest for the moment? No, I'm good. I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. It hits too close to home, you know? Book of Blood, Book of Death, Book of Curses, Book of Death. BDCD. That was rude. I've definitely heard of it. There's a lot of games which are like games similar to that, which I really like to play. There's a lot of sort of more narrative, slower paced games. Like Kentucky Route Zero, Return of the Obra Dinn. I'm not saying it's similar to those games, but there's a lot of kind of alternative style games, which I really like to play. Some of them I own. I think I own Kentucky Route Zero. That's cool. I've definitely heard of it. We're in a funny period where like the ability to make independent games is really, really good. And like there's a lot of times people will make like sort of tribute games to the games of their childhood. And it's nice, but they just never really nail it. Welcome. Okay, what do you got, pal? But games like that, like your, I don't know. Games like that I just really enjoy. Have you heard of a game called Pentiment that came out last year? That Obsidian made? That's another game that interests me. I think I own that too. Steam baited me once again, I'm sure. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's some ways that the games can like make things that are unique more than they make things that are like a tribute to their childhood. And it's just a lot more interesting that way. A lot more brains in it. There's just so many RPGs lately that are like, oh, it's just like Chrono Trigger, or it's inspired by this, and then people get all excited. But the games are like good, but I don't feel like they really have lasting power. BDCD, right? Book of Death. No, hold on. Book of Blood. BDCD. So right, left, right, center. Oh wait, I did it wrong. BDCD, my bad. Oh yeah, for sure. It's really interesting to see when I've been watching a lot of old videos lately about just like the way that people got it together when they were really, really young. Like when they're really like early into games. There's like people, like I was watching a video about like Ultima, like early Ultimas, etc. And that guy like was making games that sold like 50 copies, like Lord British. And then like a company contacted him to make his game. That would never happen now. Captain's log? Die. What? Good evening. I just find that really interesting. Like, it was such an uncharted world. You know what I mean? I'm Mataro, expert on paranormal activity. What happened to Mataro? Can you believe it? I'm really a ghost now, and I'm on the ghost ship. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Wait till I took the guys back home. Oh, you've got to try this. About to leave anyway. Here, I'll pass it on to you. Is he gonna make me ghosts? I'm a ghost now? It looks like he's transferred his curse over to you. In order to leave the ship, you have to pass it on to someone else. Someone else? My own teammates run away. You pricks. You run away. You be mean to me. You weren't thinking of sacrificing your friend here, were you? There's a lot of games that are kind of like in the genre we're talking about that I'd be interested in. One of the ones that I find interesting is Hyper Light Drifter. That was the original, right? There's two Hyper Light games, but whatever the original Hyper Light game was, that's really interesting to me. Just in terms of the art style and the aesthetic style, and the way that he kind of based it on his life, that seems to be like a real cut above. Obviously, Stardew Valley is a cut above as well. Stardew Valley is incredible, the reception that it got right off the bat, because it was enough. Stardew Valley was like an untouchable combination of like nostalgia and originality. Like he really nailed that format right from the bat. Obviously, that happens when you take so long. But that guy deserves all the success he got. It's so influential. Look at all the companies like Squaresoft and Nintendo that make games just basically just ripping that guy off now. Yeah, sure, they're ripping off Harvest Moon, which they used to have on their system, but like they're really ripping off Stardew Valley. Source of the Curse is on the ship somewhere. Let's go look for it. If you need help, come back. I switch you. Oh, we're good. I'll see you guys later. What have you been playing? Are you playing more like old school, kind of like Doom style FPSs? Have I seen Project X? I don't know. What is that? It's like one of those like vague titles that could be anything. I'm sure it is one thing, but to me, it's hard to think what that is. Using the thief is like way more fun than using the big bruiser dude. Ow. Why is my guy not moving? Do your ability. I feel like I'm barely controlling this guy. Really weird, man. Alright, what do you got? I healed the wrong guy? I did. Okay, life's going great. I love Duke Nukem 3D. I barely even remember. He really understood the best parts of Harvest Moon. Stardew Valley is nearly perfect. And this what's so impressive is like the musical touches, etc. Thinking back on Duke Nukem 3D, I don't even think about the combat or like the guns that much. All those things are fine. What I really think about is like just exploring the city and like finding lost areas and all those things. Those are my favorite parts of Duke Nukem 3D. That's so good. I think the guy who made, I think Concerned Ape, I think everything about Stardew Valley is like close to perfect, except for like the late game experience. Something is looking in. That's creepy. I think the late game experience is like not great. Like, yeah, you can continue to customize your farm and like make it to be the way that you want, but like eventually money is like completely pointless. And like, sure, optimize what you want or do what you want, but like past a certain point, there's like nothing you can do with your money, and there's no like feeling of like growing your farm besides just like getting some extra gameplay. So I mean, like, I can't like really criticize the guy. There's only so much you can do yourself, and like the way the first like 3 to 4 years of the gameplay experience goes, it's untouchable. It's unbelievable. I just, it feels like money becomes useless, and you don't feel like there's like a larger like impact you can make. But I don't know, they did a pretty good job. Like, what late game things is like, I feel like every single patch, and they're on like 1.6 or something, right? I think every single patch they added some stuff to make the late game better. And that's great. Like, the game's been out like what, like 5 years now or something? The fact that he's still working on it is very cool. I know he has other people working on it now just because he made so much money. Okay, what's going on here? I got a level up. Nice. Keep the agility going. These guys are selling all the same stuff that I just bought in the town. I guess it's to miss in case you missed it in the town. That's good. The things that I would like Stardew Valley to turn into are totally unrealistic, by the way. I want you to like be able to like feel like you're like making an industry. What is this guy doing to me, guys? Like, I wanted to feel like you're eventually getting like an impact outside your city. Like, look, all these people are buying your, you just drop everything into a box and that's just like, it just gives you money. But it'd be so cool if it was like, there's demand for your, there's like, you make the best pomegranate wine in the world or something. There's like a demand for it. That would be so cool. Some sort of sense of like, just a totally different game. It's not realistic. But like, min-maxing to have a couple $1 million or how much more it gets to, it's like, okay, great. But really the only late game thing to do is to like just make your farm pixel by pixel as full and as like perfectly constructed as possible. Welcome to my ship of wandering spirits. Break the curse of my friend and let us go. There's only one way out. Boss time? This is a spooky boss team. Does this give you anxiety? Okay, I'm suddenly at 50. Really? What happened? He just casually mentions this like 25 minutes in. Oh, it slipped my mind that I almost died yesterday. My guys are getting owned. This is one of those fights I'm going to use all my candy on. I wonder if this boss is tuned to only being 2 of you. I don't know where I'm taking damage from, but I'm definitely taking it. Okay. I hear ya. Get down here. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay, when was the last time that you ate shrimp? Two questions. When was the last time you ate shrimp, and how bad was your reaction? Yesterday. Okay, how can I hurt this guy? Yeah. I mean, I've heard of a number of people who developed a shrimp allergy in their like early 20s, late teens. Like, I know at least 2 other people who at like exactly your age started to have a shellfish allergy. And I know one person who I follow on... There's one person I follow on Twitter who's like this Montreal kind of naturopathic doctor who starts to think that some of like the theories behind it is that like it's actually like a mold toxicity is the issue. That some people are kind of thinking that like the feed given to shrimp is what's causing the allergic reaction. I'm getting just... This is a weird battle. Yeah. That's close, man. Okay, yeah. Are you gonna go to a... Are you gonna get one of those allergy tests where they put like 16 drops on your forearm to test what you're allergic for? I assume it's probably primarily lobster and crab and shrimp, and that the mollusks are gonna be like probably more immune. Yeah, it's in America. I'm not sure where else it is, but there's a kind of tick that's giving people like a meat allergy, and you have to gradually, really slowly reintroduce it to your diet. I was playing a League game, and some guy in my game had it, but I heard about that a lot. You have to really slowly, over the course of like months, reintroduce red meat. And apparently that same thing can help you if you have shellfish allergies as well too, or shrimp allergies or whatever. You can gradually immunize yourself to that, which some people think is worrisome because you're scared about eating something that you're allergic to, but it's actually less dangerous than just leaving yourself at full sensitivity for life when something wrong could happen. So I really think people should... I'm trying to get my girlfriend to do it. I'm really trying to like get people to start to introduce those things back in the diet if they have that sensitivity, because it's better to have a couple of months where things are a bit weird than to have a whole life of being unable to eat it. Shrimps are good. I'm just saying, like, it's... Do you want to spend your whole life being worried about it and having to ask about it at a restaurant and being that guy at restaurants? That's the part that's annoying. Whether you like shrimp or not, it's fine, but I don't think it's worth having to be fucking step lightly around it for years. You think, Mika, do you think that might be the cause for the sensitivity? You've released my soul from captivity. Now, allow me to return the favor. Okay, we got 4 spirits now. Bam Bam's back. I used all my healing items there. If Shade is here, then the Mana Stone of Darkness is on this ship as well? No, that stone is lost. It doesn't exist anymore. Centuries ago, people used the Mana Stones as a source of power to live in peace. Then war erupted and the seal in the Mana Stone of Darkness was released. Then, the God Beast of Darkness? Yes. It wandered across the land from country to country like a dark plague, subverting the peaceful energy of the other stones, using them as instruments of death. The Priest of Light told a similar story. The world had never seen such a catastrophe. Civilization fell, countless lives were lost. The Mana Stone of Darkness has never existed since. I've spent my days on this ghost ship. The animation for Shade is like very rudimentary. Whatever happened to the God Beast of Darkness then? Why wasn't the world destroyed? Difficult to say. One day the God Beast simply vanished. Perhaps it left somewhere, satisfied that its job was done. Perhaps it exists in another world somewhere, in the form of another Mana Stone. Perhaps it is planning another disaster for this world. Nobody knows. Maybe that's the final boss. Maybe it's responsible for the recent loss of mana. Why? Ship's falling apart. My soul was released. The ship will soon disappear. Damn. That's heavy. This is where we're going next, this volcano? That's a serious one. Volcano? Buka Island? Okay, I need to find some health items. I don't think there's a ship here in this volcanic island. Just call me crazy. Yeah, that's a life changer. Losing a nose? Have you seen that video of the golden snub-nosed monkey, like taking fruit from somebody? It looks like Withers in Baldur's Gate 3. The first time I saw that meme, first time I saw that video, I was reading Game of Thrones. So it made me think of Rorg from Game of Thrones, who's one of the bloody mummers. He has no nose, and he's like a crude, vile person with like snot just like flying out of his mouth, flying out of his face when he talks, and he's like a vicious, vulgar man. Rorg and Biter, Jake and Hagar, all those guys who are at Harrenhal with Arya. I've heard of MRSA, but I forget what it is. Look at this big dude. Fucking Ninja Turtle. What? Is that a gigantic Ninja Turtle? I heard the new Ninja Turtle movie, which I think was written by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg or whatever his partner's name is, was actually quite good. I'd like to watch it. I liked Ninja Turtles a lot when I was a kid. I heard it kind of like gets the vibes of it pretty well. Where am I going? This is the whole same. I've been going to the same area the whole time. Oh, there's a new entry now? What time of day is it? Okay, nice. So I can use my big boy. Time to pop off, Bam Bam. Oh. These are the guys impossible to hit in the previous game. His agility's at 4. I love that. Just a big bruiser. Okay, where am I going? Let's go left. That's where I was before. Okay, got it. Man, I know some people who are like devastated for life from having like acne scarring. Can you imagine losing like a part of your face? Like a nose? Oof. Apparently a lot of people find, I don't know, I've heard before that like needling and other ways of like artificially puffing your skin up so it like forces blood flow to an area is actually like apparently helpful for some like skin conditions and like scarring, etc. Maybe also some like other things as well. I'm not sure if it's true. There's a lot of different paths here. 4 different exits from this one area. Alright, pal. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you didn't die yesterday. It's always a relief. I would have been really upset by that. That personally inconveniences me if you die. I wouldn't have appreciated that. It would have been really selfish of you to die of a shrimp allergy when I need buddies to talk to. Okay. Nothing over here. Can't go up. Is there a path to the left? This is where I just came from. Okay, so the way up is the only one. On the first day or two, yeah. I'd give you about a week. And then I was like, alright. How dare you die of a shrimp allergy? How dare you be that selfish? That's what I would have said next. Okay, something I need to figure out is if there's are there max skills in this game? Like I really should like start leveling up my other stuff. I'm taking a lot of damage from magic spells, so I probably should start putting points into intelligence. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I had the verbal command to make a mollusk joke right now, but I can't think of a pun on mollusk. Is there one? Are there any mollusk puns? Is there a bivalve pun I can make? I'm trying to go through all the available words. Mollusk, bivalve. Why am I getting blasted here? There's no words that rhyme with mollusk. Hey bud, how you doing down there? What's going on? Tomato Man Village? Welcome to the village of dark priests. All right, cool. I just fought your buddy. I hope I didn't kill your son or something. Totem pole? Oh, nice. You love your dad jokes, do you? Good, good. The next eruption will be a big one. If you want to run, run now. We're staying here. It's not our place to defy nature. When we die, we die. Damn, that's heavy. These guys are like apocalyptos. Okay, I need whatever you've got. Whatever you're selling, I totally need. Look at that. The game protects you from buying shit that you've already bought. The QOL is getting better all the time. I need candy and restorative items so much. It's funny how they use Mafia. Like there's so many different things that could work there. That's so good. Who are these guys? Another shop? Good. I just got a new weapon. This part of the, they're doing this to me again. Oh, I lost money. We're good. West of this village is a cave where the sea dweller lives. He could help you escape the island, but the entrance to the cave is blocked off. A large boulder fell on during the earthquake. You'll have to find another way in. Alright, we're doing great. Yeah. What does a polygraph test and cunnilingus have in common? One slip of the tongue and you're in deep shit. Look, I just got these things, so give me a new one. It's so cringe. Some memes that I like are when like a meme is like, I like memes where it's like every guy secretly believes that like if he was in war, he'd be the only one. He would always survive and not get hurt. Or like every guy secretly believes that he'd be this if he was a superhero. Or like every guy secretly believes he would be like the person who would like never own slaves or something. I always find those memes really funny. Every guy secretly believes that like if the circumstance pressed up, they'd be like super heroic and like a total badass. Because I totally agree with that, and I totally think the same way as well. Like every guy believes that they would like be an excellent assassin if they needed to be or something. A good old insect joke. Good old incest joke. This is a book I read. It was like set in like Florida in the beginning of the 20th century. And this guy he's just like a real, like they're real hicks and real rednecks. And he talked about how he really liked wrestling with his mother and sister. And like, because sometimes it would just like, you know, he liked wrestling with his mother and sister because he like, it was sometimes like, it would sometimes like degrade into like, you know, intercourse. And those are always like the most fun times once that happened. I was like, wow, you are living a crazy life. It was a book called, the trilogy was called The Shadow Country. I forget the guy's name, but it's like Peter something. It's kind of like a Scandinavian name, and he's like an American author. It was like probably one of the best American novels, probably one of the best modern American novels I've ever read. It's basically about a guy who came from like Carolina or something, and had like a head injury as a kid, and is basically on the run his entire life. And he's like this brilliant genius guy, but he's kind of got like a default in his head where he can become quite violent. And like Florida at that time, like the western parts of Florida that are like the mangrove swamps, etc., is like one of the last lawless. It's actually a really good setting because it's like one of those last parts of America that was like truly like lawless. You know what I mean? Like that's where you go to hide out if you don't want to be found. And then just eventually, like anywhere else, like the big corporate products go there. Like all these areas that they're trying to like sell eventually turns into like condo developments and all these things. It's a really good book. It's actually one of like the best attempts at a great American novel I've ever read. And I feel like not many people know about it. He originally wrote his 3 books. Then he like cut it down into a 3-parter that's still like 1,000 pages or something like that, but it's kind of like just a tighter version of it. It was honestly one of the best books I've ever read. It was so impressive. These guys are fucking me up. I just let him die there. That was bad. The way those guys beat me is like kind of like a classic. Like in this game, like if you're under leveled, these guys are only 1 level above me, but like things either hit you constantly or don't hit you at all because of like evasion stats, etc. I have to stop saying etc. I have to stop. I'm gonna back and heal actually once I finish this screen. Give me a ton of XP though. It's pretty great. Wow, these guys are nuts. If you let them mature, they're really strong. Okay, I'm gonna go back and heal. That was a lot. Something that's really interesting, speaking of circumcision, is like all the ways that like things that like even in relatively recent history, we all thought were like valid medical things to do to people, we're gonna like think are like barbaric, horrible mistakes later on. Like electroshock therapy, lobotomies, to some degree like circumcisions. There's a lot of things that we at the time think is like the peak of medicine, which we're gonna look back on and be like, Jesus Christ, did we really do this to people? Some people think that like chemotherapy is one of those as well. See, it's really interesting to like read a lot of alternative or like progressive medicine and to like think of the ways that a lot of the things that we consider to be like the default treatments for things now, we're gonna later go back and think were total mistakes. Like maybe even some of the antidepressant drugs we use are things that are like huge net negatives to people. Like this is just anecdotal, but I don't know anybody who is on SSRIs whose like life is better for it. I think like if you take it for like a few months, yeah, but a lot of those things in the ways that they like harm your ability to be happy in the long run. Like most people I know who are long-term users of SSRIs are in terrible shape, physically and mentally. Like terrible shape, physically and mentally. It's over here. Oh, this is the little cliff end, right? And so like even like my cousin, etc., people who've been on it for like a year, who are like, I noticed immediately how much better I felt, and so I kind of wonder how much that's like a placebo. I'm concerned about them. Or like my friend's wife has been on SSRIs since she was like 16 or 18. She's like an absolute basket case, man. Like one of the most like nervous, anxious people I've ever met. My dad has been on them for like 25 years now probably, and he is not in good shape. Like in any capacity. I took them once. I was kind of like, I felt depressed when I was like 21, 22. And I don't remember which one, but I took some sort of antidepressant and I threw them out within a week. I was like emotionless and being like borderline cruel to people. Like I was being like really, really difficult with my girlfriend, and just generally speaking, like not, I was not acting like myself at all. So I threw them out like in less than 7 days. I mean, I wish I had written down which one it was first so I knew which one to avoid, but I've never really believed, what just happened? I've just never really believed that methods like that are anything but a quick fix. I mean, for some people it's like the necessary thing to get through it, but like you cannot develop like from what I understand, you cannot develop like a lifetime dependency on something like an SSRI or anti-anxiety pills, something like that, because you become a mess and you can't handle your system basically eventually. Even something like Ozempic is like such a fucking meme that like people really think an appetite suppressant is like the key to like losing weight. Like that's such a mistake to me. Some of these things that like I don't think the benefits extend past when you stop using it. I agree with Arnold. It's like such a classic American attempted shortcut to think that like these quick fixes of like synthesized drugs are gonna be better for you. Bothers me. Okay, which way do I go? This looks like progress, so maybe I'll try the other one. Nothing here. This is another place with a great soundtrack. Another beautiful view. Very bright area. Wait. Watch this guy. The grown cockatrice is very dangerous. They're attacking very fast. Nothing here, huh? Okay, I feel like I've checked everywhere. So there's gotta be some sort of secret somewhere. Is it this rock? What will you do? There's a rock here. So this is, let's try the ferry. There don't seem to be any spirits in this island, and its energy is very weak. There's nothing I can do, I'm sorry. What? Who, me? I don't know what to do here, sorry. This looks like gnome if it's a rock, I guess. Maybe shade because he's the newest one? Aha, look at this. It's the entrance to a cave. Just give me a sec. Nice. All clear. What a bro. It's really interesting. The previous game, you use all these spirits to give yourself new magic. At this point of the game, I'm 5 hours in. I don't even have magic spells yet. This is a new song. And battle is like getting harder. This has been a nice XP spike. Okay. That was weird. What happened there? We're getting kind of wrecked here. Watch out, he's gonna eat us. It's this guy again. I think this is only the first or second time I've heard this battle theme. Oh, my boy's back. I like that. Is that a heal on everyone? Was that a heal? Watch out. Game is really good balance of having fun fights that don't take too long. Yeah, I know people who like, I've been reading about like movie stars and everything. Like there's one called Frances Farmer, who was like a famous movie star in like the 30s and 40s. There's people getting like lobotomies and like psychiatric institutions into like, yeah, the 50s, 60s, etc. That's another thing. My stepdad was one of those guys who like back in like the 70s or something like that worked in one of those like psychiatric institutions. And those are like very like freaky areas. Like, to be fair, maybe it's like better to have institutions then than now, where like just people are just like left on the street, and like North American cities are rife with mental illness and like drug use, and these people are just like left to like their own fucking devices. But it must have been a really, really dark thing to live in a lot of those areas. To like work at one of those places. He did like the night shift at like one of these, basically as security. He would just play chess with his like other security guy. Apparently it's a pretty dark time. A lot of like really mental people. Hard. It's just like, it wouldn't be fun to be around a lot of those areas. It's like pretty demoralizing, I think. And I'm not sure what it's like. You're from Denmark, right? I forget which country you're from. It's like quite pronounced in North America how much like doctors don't pay attention at all to what your issue is. Is it Sweden? I forget. Strength is too high. I'm gonna put a little intelligence into this guy to give him better magic resist. Oh, you're from Finland, right? Okay. I mean, like the classic American meme is that a doctor prescribes first and like never asks you what like your. I mean, same in Canada too, to some degree. But like they never ask you what your lifestyle is like or what you're doing. They just give you like something. They just give you like sort of like a quick fix pill. Is that a heal? Why are the numbers green? These are real brawls. Love it. Okay, this looks like a boss room. The one thing that's good about this is that my we're at nighttime, so I don't have to use a Dream Sea herb. Hey, you're from Finland. You know better than anyone that, you know, cold immersion and saunas are better for the mental health than the average medication. As a bodybuilder I follow on Twitter says, every day that you sweat is a day you don't age. Yeah. I had a girlfriend who I dated whose family, she was like had Finnish extraction, and she's from a part of Ontario where there's a lot of people from Finland there. And so like her family would have like a compound with like the sauna into like the cold plunge and all those things. They had a great time with it. She was very, very blonde. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, do you indulge? Do you indulge in your national pastime? That either means drinking vodka or doing saunas. I'm not sure which one yet. I haven't decided. Ow. That just clapped me with his tongue so hard. Back here, you little rascals. He is so strong. 110. I've been gulped up. Some people think the sort of like popular trends of... Some people think the kind of popular trends lately of like cold plunges, everything like that is just like extra dumb bullshit that people are into. Because we live in, I don't know, sort of a decadent society. I don't know. I have a good time using them. I feel a lot better with cold showers. And like just like they're very invigorating. I don't know how you can like deny the like huge boost in mood from cold and the huge like benefit to like sweating out just whatever, like cleaning your skin, even without getting into like, you know, detoxifying, etc., all that bullshit. The sheer benefit of clearing your skin from good sweats and like the mood benefit and apparently like fat burning potential of cold plunges and like cold showers, it's hard to deny that, I think. Also, like taking hot baths with like magnesium chloride in the water is like a huge benefit for like muscle recovery. Really? There was like a big meeting between China and the US recently that people are talking about a lot. And it was like the first time that like Xi Jinping was talking about like the efforts they're doing to try to get fentanyl out of like the shipment chain and hopefully like to benefit America from it. I feel like once a month I hear about some guy in his like 30s or something like that, or 20s, who dies from like a accidental overdose from like doing street drugs. Because there might be like spikes of fentanyl in them. My aunt runs a pain clinic, like a chronic pain clinic. And she'll prescribe fentanyl patches to people. But it's like a patch that's like a slow release fentanyl patch. And the amount that they get over the course of a 24-hour period is like a tiny decimal. I don't know what it does that's so special that people think that should just like be banned altogether. Like, aren't there replacements you could use? It's a synthetic opioid, right? Wouldn't it just be better to ban it altogether because of the risk of overdose? Like, isn't like 6 grains gonna kill you or something? Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. That way you don't have to source things naturally. But it just seems like a little crazy, man. We're getting a lot of levels here. So I can't do strength or vitality. I'm gonna put a little more. I'm gonna put some intelligence into this guy for magic defense. Seems like we're getting to a cap where we can't raise our primary stat much more, which is good. Okay, should I go this way or should I try the other way? What's over here? Another one of these like forced trap rooms? Yeah. No, maybe not. We busted those boys up. If they group up for the werewolf, it's crazy how strong he is. This is a huge area. Where am I going? Should maybe go the other way. This is continuing to go, huh? This is a huge area. The fact that this doesn't open up till you clear the room implies that going to the left here is probably the right way. Okay, it's daytime again, so I can start using my ninja. So we're level 15 now, I think. I'm gonna have to look into what my upgrade is gonna be at level 18. Okay, that opens up. So that implies that this route over here is gonna be gravy. Nice moves, nice moves. So what's over here? Oh, all this just for a little battle room? Alright, game, you win this round. Okay, we're clear. So I think if I backtrack one room, I think that's where the gold statue was. I wouldn't mind a little heal. I'm already here wasting all this time. All these double hits are so cool, oh my god. It was here, right? Nice. Alright, great. Oh, wow, now my main character is the lowest level. It's because he was stuck back as the curse for that little area. It means people are really, they have a lot of like XP parity. Like that. Those must be such pains to do in games, especially you're making like a 90s video game with no testing, like no ability to do stuff after the game is out, and you have to try to plan out what the experience curves for like a 99 level game, and find ways so like you can play the game the entire time without it being like imbalanced in certain areas. I remember being a little kid playing Final Fantasy games, and I'd be so obsessed with getting lots of levels. I would play the game to be like so ahead of the curve was unbelievable that I was naturally learning spells in Final Fantasy VI that you're only supposed to learn with espers. Like just like a little autistic grinder. It's not a fun way to play, now that I think about it. Like, you're so strong that it's like, what's the point of doing... I guess there's some sort of thing about accomplishment as a kid. To be really, really strong in a game like that through grinding. Remember my friends and I would do that. My friend would play Shining Force, and he'd grind a huge amount of levels. Final Fantasy VI, I'd do something similar. It seems like a little kid thing. Got a little brawl going on here. Something is interesting. People have talked about this 100 times, but it's really, really interesting, despite the fact that like RPGs are sort of a niche, like a niche genre. In many ways, like a lot of the principal trends of RPGs have made it into every single kind of game. Like every single kind of game has like XP systems and like drop rates and like rare drops, etc. Battle passes, like account levels, all these things have all become like part of the system for a lot of like normie games for sure. Where am I going? This is chaos. Should I go the other way if there's this many diversion paths in this original path? This is probably the biggest dungeon I've done so far in the entire game. Eyes are killing me. Get off me. Little tyke. Okay, what's this way? I can't believe how big this place is. I guess I know one of the reasons why they make it this like little higher level than average in terms of what the guys are like, because you spend a lot of time here. They want you to catch up, I think. We're finally at a part where we can probably start using chocolate soon. I might even go back to that statue a third time. Maybe not. This, electric guitar music is pretty funny. I wonder if these all just... Judging by like the dungeon design of other parts of this game, I kind of wonder whether both these paths, despite diverging, will eventually get to the same area. And it's just a way of enlivening your playthroughs. Because yeah, there's never treasure you miss in this game, essentially. Okay, at least it wasn't the clouds. We're good. No, just another dead end. This is crazy. I guess they want you to have like level 18 by one of the upcoming mana stones. It's fun having 3 different defensive styles. One guy having a lot of agility, one guy having just a huge amount of raw health. I'm enjoying that. And then I have a funny feeling I'm gonna max out intelligence on this guy. And then Pi, aka Spirit, on Doran. And then probably just the top 3 stats exclusively on Bam Bam. Doesn't seem to have like a real reason to use the other stuff, but we'll see once I do my like class research. Okay, so all of this is just a dead end. That's unreal. Okay, progress. I'm going through this again. Yeah, Doran is just not taking damage. Really interesting. I wonder what he's doing differently. He has the most vitality. Okay. Note to self, always make it so you never have 9 round drops. So that you don't have to go back to storage to fetch it. Just keep healing up. Max is agility, I guess. Strength and agility for him. Strength, vitality for Doran. Strength and vitality for Bam Bam as well. This is a long ass dungeon. I feel like this guy's getting hit. I think the Hawk's getting hit constantly. Okay, so where do I go here? Is this similar to that other area? Okay, curious. I should stop letting him be a frontliner just because I'm controlling him. I should wait till they're engaged my other guys, then kind of swoop in here. My high damage playstyle. I can't get him either of those 2 stats. So I'm going to not give him any agility. I'll give him some spirit. Because I have a funny feeling I'm going to give him supportive spells later. It's nice that we're getting to a part of the game where I can't just... Like, my stat distribution has to be a little bit different than it used to be. Alright, fellers, here we come. 3 of them. This is crazy. This is a huge dungeon. You guys dive bomb me. Alright, which way are we going? Left or down? Okay, this is a good thing. So I'm going to go down to check the other path. 2 gold statues. 2 save points with a restore in the same dungeon. Most dungeons have been like literally 10-minute affairs. That must be near the boss. Yeah. Are we near the time to change over to boss time? Can I change this over to nighttime soon? Get my boy popping off? It's got that last round drop out of inventory. Snag that Dream Sea herb to make it nighttime, sorry. Maybe we'll use the buffs too. I already had one. Never mind. Oh, whatever. Okay, let's use the Dream Sea herb. What? It was nighttime? Fuck. Oh well. I really hope I can buy some of these somewhere. And then I'll use these as a boss. I really should have checked in the menu first before I did that. I love the change where like you can potentially get a chest to come out at the end of battle from the last guy, as opposed to having to like watch everyone you drop. Watch drops from everyone you kill along the course of it. Who's this guy? Ooh. I am Jagan. I have come to follow through with the Dark Prince's prophecy to end your lives. What? Dark Prince, who? Yeah, I'll tell you, but you're about to die anyway. This volcano will erupt at any minute. We're fighting a boss? Or is the turtle just gonna fix us? Did I waste all these items for nothing? Is this place just an endurance test? Time to find out. Yeah. I don't think there's a boss here. Oh well. They're just items. What's that? Try to save us? Oh yeah. I think maybe they thought in Secret of Mana that you get the flying creature too early. They just keep you like aquatic for this whole game. Probably can fly later on. I don't remember. This guy's got a flag on him. That's so chill. Time for the Ice Country. Hope the music is just a total groove if we go there. Okay, so I think we can only drop off at these beaches if we use this thing. Where are we? You save us. Thank you. Bye, buddy. Thanks, pal. Thanks, Raphael. We go back to Forcina. Ask about Mana Stone. Alright, that was cool. Thanks, pal. Okay, I'm not fighting these little level 4 dudes. Alright, tacitly refuse. No. You can throw a dart at me if you want. I'm not doing it. I can't believe I only had 2 Dream Sea herbs and I wasted them. I didn't even get a fight. Lame. Wait, we're going to Forcina. Did I miss the cleft? I don't think so. Wait, is this by Zell? No, we're not there yet. I think I missed it, unless it's right here. It is right here? Nice. Is the bridge fixed? Fuck, I have to use the stupid... I have to use the cannon? Oh boy. Is there a cannon by Zell? Please tell me there is. Don't body block me. You're gonna regret it. Rude. I think that did 0. So a lot of it seems to be level gated. Okay. Is this gonna be useful for us to be here? Do 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 do. Flying items. He's just one of the throwable items. Got it. What's a Harpy's Fang? Probably one of those things that does magic damage. Yeah, got it. Angel's Grail, nice. So what is the Harpy's item? Silencing damage, okay. I have a funny feeling that I bought weapon upgrades and didn't equip them. Is that true? No, we're good. All right, good. All right, unless I bought them and then sold them again. This guy's alive again? The Booskaboo, when I see that sort of thing, you just get all tingly. Alright, this guy is just bothering us at all times. This is the lady who had the Chibico hammer. I don't think there's any point in going in here. There's no way these guys have anything upgraded. There's no point to it. It's not like a relevant town currently. Alright, what do you got, fellers? Yeah, big downgrades. I wouldn't mind checking out an item shop. I don't remember where it is, though. Maybe it's top right. I don't think there's a boat to Forsena. Neither. No. I pressed B to back off from the screen. It still made me choose the first option. Okay, no item shop here, which is a bit weird. So now I gotta run all the way back. I mean, if I was like a G at the game, I would know that you could, like, I don't know, take a boat to this place, and then take a boat to this place, and be faster. Or just gonna have to hike it. Across the entire Golden Road. Call me JDG, because I'm stuck on the Golden Road. But instead, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, it's very much like Zelda. It's more like numbers based, and a little bit less against. It's a little bit less about exploration than Zelda. The best things about Zelda are the puzzle solving and like the general exploration. That's like a little bit open ended. This game's more linear, but like I don't know, pretty fun combat, really bright, amazing music, etc. But Zelda has like more of like more treasure and more Like, the excitement of discovery is much better in Zelda. Ocarina of Time is like Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past are like all-time greats. Which ones have you played? Wind okay, direction check, destination Forcener, ready for launch? Oui. I've never really been that tempted about like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. Those are sick games, but not really the ones that necessarily tempt me. So this guy's better at shooting. Last time he messed me up. Had to go through the Mole Bear Highlands. We gotta talk to the king, right? And then I'll check if there's any merchants or anything useful in the town after that. Yeah, I haven't played many of the new ones either. I just have never really owned Nintendo systems since like N64. PC gaming is all consuming to me. You've returned, and with you are the spirits of light, earth, wind, and darkness. You still have 4 more to retrieve. I'm counting on you. What? What's happening next? Oh, you get to tell me where to go? Nice. Iceland? The Mana Stone of Water is in Altina, in a cave south of the snowfields. You'll find Undyne there, but be careful, the stone's energy has already been released. Okay, they're giving us options here? Sick. South of the Desert of Scorching Heat lies the Valley of Flames. There you'll find the Mana Stone of Fire and its guardian spirit, Salamando. So all the ones that you start with in the previous game, you do in the end here. You get Lumina and Shade early. It's interesting. That's a cute one. Southeast of here you'll find the Moonlight Forest and the Mana Stone of the Moon. The beastmen inhabiting that area are quite strong, so be prepared. I mean, I hope these marks stay on my map. Jesus Christ. The Mana Stone of Wood is in the Forest of Wonder, but it's inaccessible by land. South of that is the Lampflower Forest and the elf city of Diore. The Fairy King lives in Diore. He knows more about the Mana Stone. Okay. Guess I'll just do them in that order. The giant turtle that carried you from Buka is known as Buskaboo. He normally doesn't interact with people, but perhaps he knew you were chosen by the fairy. I have a flute that was once used to summon him, but it hasn't been used for ages. But now if you go to a beach and play the flute, he should come. Go now, take it. Thanks, pal. I'm on it. Okay. So go to the water one first. Let's check the town to see if there's any new equipment. This is a good like royal palace theme. A lot of games have great ones. This is a very good one. Is there a town? Yeah. A kiddo? Okay, good to see you, pal. I'm always happy when you drop in. Hope you're doing well. Sleeping well, staying happy, healthy, etc. All those things. How do I get out of here? Okay, I'm gonna check the equipment stores. I don't expect them to have anything new for me here. Let's find out. Oh, huge downgrades. Okay, up to the Ice Kingdom. There's no chance that that cannon will shoot me to Altina, is there? I think there's no way. I gotta find a beach. This doesn't seem to be the best route to go. I think I should go back to the town and see where that cannon will take me. I don't even know if there's a beach this way, so I'm just kind of wandering around a bit aimlessly. Unless there's a beach right here. Yeah, I'll check one more screen. Nope. I went to this place at the Jean Talon Market in Montreal the other day. They had like some of the best like cured meat selection I've ever seen. Like a huge locker of a hanging and drying like of various sausages and prosciuttos and all these things. I bought a bunch of copa. It's like this beautiful color and like this wonderful kind of like dusting on it. I'm gonna eat that a lot lately. You ready to go to Maya? Yes. Okay. Maya is like the central hub of the game, it feels like almost. There's 2 different ships you can take from there. A lot of different areas. So I'm gonna have some copa and some crackers. A little bit of cheese curds. No, I'm gonna have some of my raw cheese. I bought a raw cheese. Means I have to eat it quickly. I think I'll probably stop for lunch soon, despite this being a bit of a shorter stream. A bit shorter because I played TFT for like an hour. Despite my attempts to get an early start. Okay, where's the beach? It's time for my cute flute. It'd be cool if there's a button you could press to send things to storage directly from the Y-ring screen. Okay, they do show them on the map. Excellent. Thank you, game. Okay, where's the nearest beach to this place? Ooh, a beach just by this town. Lovely. Is this where I should be going? Pretty nice. Got a moody Christmas theme going on here. This is going to be challenging because I'm sure there's going to be gear in a lot of these places. It'd be hard to figure out which ones to get. I need some Dream Sea herbs desperately. But we have tons of money. We're doing great. Please let me buy Dream Sea herbs. Don't you understand? I'm dependent on the day-night cycle. Alright, what do you fellers got? Protector, nice. Okay, good. I'm not gonna quit that yet, because I'm sure I can get some more from somewhere else. I have a lamb shank thawing in the fridge, in the freezer. But I had lamb yesterday. I should take that out and do something else. Go west through the Sub-Zero snowfield and you come across a maze of ice. I heard the Queen of Reason gets her magic energy from a mana stone located there. Okay, that's helpful. You must be cold dressed like that. Stay here and warm up for a while. That's nice. Can I get a mead? Can I get a butterbeer? Another weapon upgrade? Just never stop with this bullshit. Misericord, I've heard that name before. Hawk is really low attack power compared to the other guys. There's the inn. What's this? Just a random supplementary town house. Place like this is where all the lore are. Give me some lore. There's nobody here. Did I loot that barrel? No. Hello. I only have one child and I can't help but wonder if I'm spoiling her. Alright, I'll be the judge of that. Is that your child? Mama, over here! That's it? It's hardly enough information for me to make a judgment. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? I'm hungry. Someone else just appeared over there too. This is actually not the first time this happens. Sometimes sprites don't appear on your first pass through of an area. Either monsters or people. I don't know how many times Grandma has to eat before she's full. Alright, these people were not here when I went to this house originally. Unless they were just like randomly placed behind the shadow or something. Where are these people coming from? What the fuck is happening? Is it now daytime? When you plant a seed in the pot, it grows instantly. There's more and more icebergs every day. I wonder when this next ship will arrive. Maybe that's it. Maybe just turn to daytime. What? No more ships are coming? It's beautiful. They have lights in their house at all times. What a vibe. Any chillers in here? No? Alright, we're good. I'll be keeping my money, thank you. I should probably do this after I equip all my gear, but I'm just too lazy. I mean, we haven't had a game over yet. Jinx. Okay, that's all the town. That's all the equipment. I'm gonna equip my stuff. Oh, who are these people? Hello. The Magic Kingdom of Altina is west of here, beyond the Sub-Zero snowfield. Okay, so south and then west. Roger that. They give you body and weapon upgrades like every 45 minutes. And they make it a lot easier to afford everything. But they never give you the other accessories really too often. Okay, we're doing it. Staying stacked up. Okay, so we saved, we did all this. I think this is 1:15. The smart move is me to take my break now, despite it being only, oh, it's 2 hours, not bad. Eat some food, make sure I got some stuff ready for dinner, and then blink my eyes a couple times because my eyes hurt. Okay. Alright. That's it for now. I'll be back soon. I know famous last words, but I will indeed be back soon. And, alright. On to the last 4 mana stones. Bye.